How's the beard look?
Looks all right.
It's trimmed up a little bit better. You know, gotta have it looking pretty.
Still look like shit.
Are we on yet?
Yeah, actually, we are.
Shit.
Hey, what's up? We are the Last Pick Sports Podcast. We are here to talk sports.
God damn it. Run it again.
Fuck it, let's keep it. I'm tired of doing it. Hey, we are the Last Pick Sports Podcast. We will give you our view of sports as regular dudes. We might offend you, but we'll give you different ideas, and we'll have a damn good time doing it. And we don't really care what you think. We are brought to you today by the generous folks of Ghost Town Brewing in St. Augustine, Florida. Coming to you live in the loft. Hope you have a great time, guys.
Big country out. Big country in, and just like that, another Cub struck out.
Well, hey, welcome back. Cubs are now down 1-0 in the World Series. Not what we hoped last night, but I'm on the Cubs bandwagon clearly just because, well, the Tigers suck.
And Kyle Schwarber's your favorite player.
I do like Kyle Schwarber. Big fan. I think he might be in over his head a little bit coming back, though. He did hit a double.
And he drew a walk off Miller.
And drew a walk.
But enough of that for later.
Anyway, so this is the Last Pick Sports Podcast. Thanks for joining us. This is Smitty and Maddie live from the loft in Jacksonville, Florida, where we are not brought to you by Ghost Town Brewing Company because that is a fictitious company that I used to be somewhat of a part owner of that never actually happened. So we're not actually sponsored by them, but you know what we are sponsored by, Smitty?
What's that?
Smack Apparel.
Ooh. Are those the guys that make Meet Dick? Dick's a Georgia fan.
Those are the guys that make those
Don't
shirts.
be like Dick.
Don't be a dick. So anyway, we are officially a affiliate sponsor for Smack Apparel. If you go to our website at lastpicksports.com, which is basically where we post our picks, it's pretty much an awful website for the most part. However, it does have a sweet picture of with the Wild thing up.
It's got about as much life as the Cubs offense.
Last night. I would say normally that's pretty damn good.
But not today, my
Not
friends.
today. Anyway, okay, go to the website, lastpicksports.com, click the Smack Apparel logo, log in, order a shirt. There's a bunch of funny ones on there. I actually just ordered an all out of options one, citing the Hillary and Trump election for 2016. It says all out of options, and it kind of looks like the parental advisory logo.
I'm glad you brought up politics. So anyway, I was thinking, I'm just kidding.
Son of a bitch. I really screwed that one up, didn't I?
Really screwed the pooch.
So anyway,
there.
hey, we're back. It is a Wednesday, October 26th. And we are going to give you some. We normally talk Jags, but we're going to tone that down just a little bit. We're going to start there, but we're going to go into a lot of other things. Mainly get to our picks, get some college football, get to some Mike Leach, and a kind of an issue that I was actually heard on another podcast, Championship Drive. They actually brought it up and said something about stealing signs in college football. So we're going to get our opinions on that. We're going to stay away from Purdue football necessarily, but we are going to talk about our own version of PJ Flecking, or bROWing, if you will. So I'm going to get to that. Starting off, man, it is...
Remember that night when we got Jalen Ramsey? Next day we get Miles Jack. Hey, tell them all about it, Heels.
It's gonna be a Jack's day. And Bortles gonna be hot today.
And Bortles is not hot. At all. So the Jaguars go into quite possibly the biggest game of the year and lay a complete egg. Literally, didn't show up. I just don't know what happened. I literally am just like, they might as well not even have played the game. Their offense did nothing. And
You play to win the game.
I don't understand, because last year the offense was the only fucking good thing.
Allen Robinson has disappeared, and it's not his fault.
Well, he dropped balls.
He's dropped some balls. Blake's not looking for him. like somebody said, well, we don't throw the ball downfield. Oakland was in a cover 2, sitting 2 safeties high.
But you can't run the football.
So you can't run the football, and they're going to sit 2 safeties.
They're going to sit 2 safeties
Guys,
all damn day. If
the
you can't
book's
run the
out on
football.
Blake Bortles. Make him dink and dunk you to death. He can't do it. Everybody's like, Bortles,
his accuracy's been bad.
Bortles mechanics suck, and they're off, and they might be, but the problem is we aren't running the football, so we can't play action fake.
Do you know what his passer rating is on third
Hold
downs?
on. We can't run the football, so we can't play action fake. That does us no good.
Doesn't do you good.
And you put him in shotgun and ask him to dink and dunk the ball, and they're just going to press up with 2 high over the top, and there's nothing open.
Yeah.
There's no separation. Until you run the football and get some different safety looks and throw the ball deep, or you can play action fake and get him out of the pocket, it's going to be the same old story.
Or just flat out get the run game going.
And somebody said, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it gives you the run game. Somebody said
everything stems off that.
Somebody said, well, the Packers and the Patriots don't run the ball well. Yeah, well, they aren't. That's Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Blake Bortles is not
Tom Brady could sit there and hit Julian Edelman for 5-yard gains and turns into 20, and next thing you know, they're in the end zone. Until he starts hitting Marquise Lee and Rashad Green as like the slot players they are, we got to run the football.
Tom Brady can throw the ball into windows that are tighter than. I was going to say,
and when he does get, and that's where the mechanics come. When he does get a deep ball, he overthrows it or underthrows it.
Yeah, he's underthrown a lot of deep balls too. Well, he did make a bad decision in the red zone this week. He threw that in a double cover 2.
Julius Thomas running free and he hits the defender in the back of the helmet.
That wasn't Julius. That was Mercedes. Mercedes down on the little corner route. Mm-hmm. Hit him right in the back of the helmet. If he throws him, 3 yards to the left and a little bit of high and outside, it's not a touchdown, but it's a freaking 20-yard gain. But he's looked bad. The other thing is, they got 2 guys kicked out of that game.
Good.
And I just wonder if that's some frustration.
I hope so.
Coming out. And I don't think somebody said today, like, oh, Gus has lost the team because he had 2 players kicked out. Like, that, no. That's frustration.
Did you hear what Baselli said the other night?
That's good. I think, in my opinion, that's good.
I like it. Did you hear what Baselli said?
No.
He said back in his day, he got kicked out multiple times. He fought dudes. He got so many penalties for cheap shot dudes because they did something he didn't think was good. And
just move your mic. It's a boom. It'll help. There you
go.
Attaboy.
That and he
get used to something. Get used to having something fuzzy in your face. Once you get married, she ain't gonna shave no more.
So
wait, what?
Anyway, Baselli was saying, people talk about losing a team. He goes, there's a player that got in a fight with Tom Coughlin on the sideline.
Oh, I did hear this.
And he goes, no one talked about the legend, revered Tom Coughlin losing the team. He goes, no, it's bullshit. He goes, they're passionate players. They're tired of losing. They got pissed off. Bradley said it was unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Now, what I will say is unacceptable is the motherfucker's 15-40. That can't stand. I love Gus, but something's got to change. And if they lose Thursday night, he won't be here Friday.
I don't know if they're going to fire him. I really don't know. I think Shad can't be that stupid. He's going to have to stick it around. I just literally, for everything that Shad Khan said, by the way, Shad Khan called a players-owners meeting today.
You mean the guy that's not involved with football ever?
Correct. He called a players and owner meeting today, which I don't know how to feel about that.
I wonder if he drew up some soccer plays to help us out.
I don't know if Shad really knows a whole lot about soccer or football. I think he's just a businessman. Knows a lot about bumpers, I'll tell you that much. And massive yachts that get parked on the river.
Yeah, no shit.
That's not even a yacht. That's a fucking cruise ship.
So basically, he took a mansion and made it a boat, and now it floats.
Yeah, it's amazing how that works. Yeah,
I wonder how that meeting went.
I don't know. I didn't read this story. I just saw it pop up. Anyway, moving on to our favorite session lately. That's become of the session. This is all due to the wonder that is PJ Fleck. We now have created our own PJ Fleck motivation tool in our group text, and I can thank my buddy Adam for this. I think it was Jeff that actually said this, but I could be wrong. Instead of, keep rowing the boat or be a nekton or whatever the other topic is, or really believing in the chemistry, we've defined a new definition for what we do that would fall into PJ Fleck's motivational tools. So we've now named it bROWing, which is a small b, a capital R, capital O, capital W, and a small ing. It has row in it, so when you need to keep rowing the boat, this is what you do in our lives. When you're faced with a difficult life decision, one would go to his bro text for answers or advice. A bro text meaning it's basically a lifelong friends in a group text. That's what we have. So basically, they go to that for advice. So, do you have something like that? Oh, by the way, Adam also wants me to let know it's also a term for overcoming problems from wife, girlfriend, or slutty side pieces.
No, I don't have a slutty side piece.
Oh, I didn't ask you that. I asked you if you have anything like that.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
Does every guy do that? Because we do.
You and your brother and I have a little thing
That's
going
true.
on.
We do have a group chat going. We talk about all our problems.
There's a lot of bitching.
A lot of negativity, a lot of bitching. Yeah.
You know, my college pitching coach, not to tell a story, we both know who he is, not to throw
Speaking of
names
which,
out
I got a picture through the group text this morning, and I thought it was a dude, and then they told me it was a girl we went to college with today.
So
I was like, who the fuck is that?
So our college pitching coach that you know.
That's for you, CO.
We stopped at a restaurant road trip, and
this girl actually had nipples that went inward. They were innies for nipples.
He pulls us out. And
I never saw him. I'm just told.
And we're in the parking lot, and he goes, "I'm tired of all the bitching, and I'm tired of all the swearing." And we're like, "What the fuck, coach? You just cussed at us." And he goes, "Fuck it, never mind."
Who said this? What happened?
That's Augie.
Oh, Augie.
He was getting pissed, so he chewed us out. He goes, "I'm tired of all the bitching, and I'm tired of all the swearing." And we're just like, that makes no sense.
Wait, you just yelled at us.
You just
in
cussed.
2 cuss words. Yeah. All right. So anyway, to maybe the more important topic of the night. We started off with it, but it's the Cubs. Cubs World Series versus the. Is it weird to have Cleveland already won the NBA Finals, and now all of a sudden the Indians are in the World Series with a 1-game lead? Yeah. The hell is going on in Cleveland?
Not football.
It's the LeBron James effect. Literally, this is what happens when one star moves to a city and takes it over. Everybody else gets good.
You know what? 30 on 30, I can't wait. 30 on 30, the day Jonathan Lucroy screwed himself out of a World Series and went to the Rangers. Jake Arrieta, Trevor Bauer tonight on the bump.
Yep. So let's go over last night. Recap last night.
Kluber pulled out his cock and shoved it up the Cubs' ass.
God, he was amazing.
Andrew
Miller, by the way, I thought he was going to give it up, and his slider, even when you know it's coming.
One of the positives, by the way, I thought was how the Cubs approached Miller. They loaded the bases on. They didn't get any big hits.
Ran his pitch up to what?
50, almost 50 pitches, over 50 pitches.
I think it was over. That's 51.
So that really helps you for tonight.
Yep.
Somebody said the problem is
he's not going to come back.
Somebody said the problem is going to be if Francona goes to that pin and keeps using Miller, the Cubs have the ability to wear him out, and by game 3 or 4, they could be either you could be seeing a fatigued Miller or not seeing Miller at all.
And given last night's their approach to when Miller was in the game, they were doing that shit on purpose.
They
were literally,
lost.
Hey, you're not swinging. Make him throw strikes. Because that slider breaks so much. It doesn't stay on the plate. Strikes. It doesn't stay on the plate. So sit there and see if you can get a walk. And if you can't,
they lost.
When you have 2 strikes, then you got to go.
Yeah, they lost the 6-0 ball, or the Indians won 6-0 ball game, and your best reliever threw 50 pitches. That's not a recipe.
That game was a lot.
No, I'm
closer
saying
to
it's 6-0, and your best reliever threw 50 pitches. That's not a good recipe for
it's not.
a 7-game series.
Not a 7-game series. No, you're right.
Arrieta versus Bauer tonight. Schwarber's back in at DH.
Okay. Can we talk about Schwarber, by the way? My love fest.
You love that guy. Comes in, hits the double off the wall. It would have been out. Wind was blowing in 10 miles an hour.
I just love his swing. His swing to me is violent and smooth.
Beautiful.
And it just is I see it and I go, man, that's just like, if I could build a swing, it's going to look a lot like Kyle Schwarber's.
Something I found interesting today. Joe Madden, they asked about his lineup, and he basically said in his own words, fuck it. So Madden they took Hayward out, who's struggling. They played Coughlin last night. Tonight they brought in Soler, and they asked about it. He basically said, get a righty in there. We aren't getting anything out of that spot anyway. Basically said, fuck it. Here's Jorge Soler. Maybe let it bomb. Contreras is behind the plate.
Well, and you know what? A lot of people think, Dave Roberts for the Dodgers just overmanaged the entire series.
Yeah.
And you know what? the fact that Madden's sitting there saying that just makes me think that this is why the guy wins, because he doesn't overthink